Hey guys, welcome back. This is Al here. It's 2014 and it's January 1st and I'm in the office and you're at Al's Tech Corner and we're about to go through a few things about Bender Motors. Okay, so today we're going to be discussing the a225 Deucer Venter motor made by York Manufacturing, which Coleman is part of their group as well. So it could be a Coleman Epcon furnace as well, but they're still made in the York factories. So here's an inducer motor here. Now that motor sometimes looks like this here. The only difference is that if you look up here, this part here is not on there. But it's the exact same motor. These are the same. Okay, now that's what the motor looks like. Here's what it looks like in 3D. Okay, this is a 3D. Okay. Now, this may not be 3D to you, but it is to me. Alright, okay, that's what it looks like. That's the motor. So when you put these in, make sure they're sealed properly in the back, okay? Right around here. Okay, make sure there's a gasket on there. And you want that nice sealed. Also here, you want to make sure it's sealed here. Make sure these are nice and tight. No exhaust is getting into the house, no carbon dioxide. Okay, so I'm going to tell you how this works. This particular motor here, like I said, is you can get this motor from furnace-motors.ca, furnace-motors.ca. F-U-R-N-A-C-E, motors, M-O-T-O-R-S.ca, Canada. We are in Canada, so make sure you do .ca. That's the only way you're going to get this motor. If this motor comes from the States, if you were so unlucky to order from the States, it's going to take you about a month or more to get. You're going to have to pay shipping, you're going to have to pay tariff fees, import taxes, the whole bit. So this motor from the States, believe it or not, is going to cost you a lot more money than buying it locally here in Canada. Alright, so you can get this at furnace-motors.ca. Make sure you do the .ca. Okay, so there's the Epcon A225 by York and Coleman. Okay, so what happens is when you get a call for heat on your thermostat, this puppy here starts turning, that motor creates a vacuum down here. See that little nib there? Okay, so there's a hose that connects to this. See that? That hose right there, that creates a vacuum, goes down here into the vacuum switch. Now this here is a dual pressure switch, but yours is probably going to be a single. Okay, so it closes these contacts, these two right there, 1, 2, closes those and says, hey, I know this Bender motor is running now, it's safe, start up. Okay, so it'll close those contacts, it'll send a signal from here to a control board, similar to this. That's the back of it, that's the front of a control board. This is a 3D image. Okay, so this is what they look like. Now, on the computer, on your computer, it's going to look similar to that. Okay, that could be what yours looks like actually, that's how to be York. Now, getting back to here, here's a pressure switch. It's not exactly the one I just shown, but this is what they look like. Okay, here's one I just shown you. And there's one that's on my screen. And there's a board that's on my screen. And there's a board in my hand. Okay. Alright, so the Bender motor turns. It creates a vacuum through this tubing, closes that pressure switch. It's a safety device. It says, hey, this thing's working. Okay, let's start the furnace up. So what it'll do, it'll start glowing a glow plug. There's what a glow plug looks like on screen. Okay, now that one there is out of a carrier. Here's one here, a real one. Okay, it's a three-dimensional. It's in my hand. That's what they look like. There's the plug-in for it. That's out of a carrier. Now there's a ton of these. So, all right, this one here is for carrier. Now, this particular motor here is for the York furnaces. It's the A225 York Furnace Draft Inducer. There's the reference numbers of 7021s. Those are all fast code numbers. 11577, 702, 115775, and you can just keep looking at those numbers. A225, and there in the bottom, that there is the actual numbers used by York Manufacturing. Now, You can get this motor through our website at furnaceMotors.ca. furnaceMotors.ca. And these motors, if you get in before noon, can usually ship out the same day. And depending on where you are, you might possibly get this motor within 24 hours. There's no promises here because, like I said, it depends where you are in Canada. Now, of course, this motor costs more in the States. So if you think it's going to be as cheap as it is in the States, forget it. Ain't going to happen. Okay? It's here in Canada, which means you will receive it ASAP. Not a month from now, ASAP. And that's how it works. That's about the motor. FurnaceMotors.ca. My name's Alan. This is Al's Tech Corner. Have a good New Year.